Welcome back to the third set of the Follies for Sunday, February 21st. Look who I've got here with me, the amazing Jeff Michalski, whose name I will say correctly this week. Please forgive me for last week's fumble of it, whatever. I am going to sign off and let Jeff talk to you for a while.
All right. Well, I'm pretty used to it, so you can call me anything. But, okay, so we're going to do two sets, and we've been working on practices in improvisation. So, and sometimes we'll put up a template that we can practice that thing in. So we have a couple of templates tonight. And the first one has to do with monologues off of music and into scenes. And so it's a long form. I will sometimes be side coaching, probably I will. And so you'll hear my voice, but it's just a side coach to the players of something they should be looking for, some practice that they can engage in. And the second one is a radio thing, which I'll participate in as a DJ. And that also is a fun template. And that's it. So, Scott, can you pop in some music?
If anybody wants to find me, I'll be in the last place you would look. In a place where people used to be, a land that's called reality, you'll find me there. I won't be catching up on Reddit. I won't be watching any news. I'll let the planet spin without me, 'cause everything has been without me sometime. And everyone will be alright.
I was 19 years old when I moved to New York City, and I used to live in a small town in Iowa, like in a farming community. When I got off that bus, I was so excited. I thought, this is going to be the greatest thing I've done in my life. Well, I looked around, I didn't know anyone. And despite all the millions of people in that city, I felt very, very alone. I lived in New York for 6 months. It was a hard, hard time, and I really couldn't make friends. People were rude. I didn't like it there. My dreams were kind of shattered, and at the end of the day, I decided I'm just not a big city kind of guy. Packed up and moved back to Iowa. That's where I live now.
So, what I hear you saying is sometimes the things that we wish for aren't as sweet as what we thought they'd be before we taste them.
That's your location, Michael. Place that's not as sweet as what you thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought this college was going to be everything I wanted, but I don't like it here. I don't like it here, Mom.
Make it a sweet college, Mickey.
These chocolate covered strawberries that you made, they're like delicious, Michael. You're a good baker.
So your relationship is sweet but smothering.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that you enjoyed what I made. And, I've always liked baking, but I came to college not to be a baker, but to be a pharmacist.
Pharmacist, baker, they mix things together. Well, you'd be such a great baker, Mikey. Such a great baker.
Oh my God, Mom, I know you're praising me like you always do, but I want to tell you something, Mom.
Oh, yes, Mikey.
I've decided I'm not going to bake again. It's too confusing for me.
Oh, Mikey, you're so good at being confused. You deal with ambiguity so well. I'm sure you could make it work.
I love that you believe in me, Mom, but sometimes you, I need help.
Consider it, Michael. Consider it.
I
Pharmacy, candy.
maybe I could find a way to be like a kind of a pharmacist who is creative in some way.
Oh yeah. You could like you could make pills that taste like chocolate covered strawberries.
And then everyone would want to take their medicine all the time.
You, and they'd all come to you because who makes beautiful tasting pharmaceuticals?
I think you're onto something, Mom.
Oh, Mikey, you're going to be such a good pharmacist.
Oh, I'm so glad you have such good faith in me, Mom.
I've known you since you were born, and you've never failed. You've never failed me yet, Mikey.
Thanks, Mom.
Wait, I hope it's not a tragedy. I hope my dear, I'll give you 60 seconds to disappear. And if you don't get out of here, who knows? Cause I've been trying to find out if an angel bends or breaks.
First house I lived in after moving away from college, I had three roommates. And one day I came home and they'd moved my stuff out. I'd been kicked out of the first cooperative housing I'd ever lived in, kind of uncooperative. I never did find out why they didn't want me there. I guess it didn't matter. But what was clear was I had to go get a little efficiency again on my own. And that's what I did. It felt lonely. Real lonely.
Oh, Arnie. What I hear you saying is you feel all alone, like without explanation.
Make it a place that fits that description. If you got a postcard that said a place where you're alone for no explanation, that's the place you're at, Dave.
You know, I've been chopping this wood all morning, and I've just felt as alone as you could possibly be.
Manifest a place where people chop wood, Mickey. When you're ready, cast him. You guys have a relationship of being alone without explanation.
This old sawmill, it's just not the same when you're not here.
So I'm going to give you a relationship. You guys are both people that have lost your significant other. And in a tragic, accidental, how no one could explain it way.
No, it really helped me um, meeting you at the tragic loss group. I could relate to your experience.
And I too.
You know, I had the feeling when I told you my story that you were prepared to listen. I didn't have to tap you on the shoulder, get your attention back. You were just there listening. You were with me the whole time.
I'm a good listener.
Yeah.
My ear is always available.
Read her face because it just changed, Dave.
Available for everything. I can tell you anything.
You can tell me anything, anything at all.
Go big, Dave.
You know, the truth is, I made everything up that I said in that group. I wasn't even married. I just needed a place where I could sit and be with people, and you were there.
You're telling me you were never married?
I never even chopped wood.
And like, I mean, were you sad?
I was very sad. That's why I was there. I had to play the part of a lonely guy. I was so lonely.
I can help you with that.
Can you help me? Because you,
I,
you,
I
you,
I can definitely help you with that. I don't care if you lied. You know, some people might call that might call you a liar. Not me.
wow, well, that means a lot to me.
I'd call you a lonely guy who would say anything in the world to get someone to pay attention to him.
Wow, you really read me.
Just like my dear departed husband. You guys have a lot in common.
Your ex?
Well, I lie sometimes too.
No.
Destruction and creation are the same thing after all.
I know it's hard for you to imagine. I see the lines on your brow. But close your eyes and try to imagine the way I see things here and now. The time has come to change the world, and I'm a little girl who knows how. Spread a little bit of joy, wrap it up in an ice cream cone, and follow the rainbow sky. If you spread a little sweet hello,
Mikey.
then I know that you're
Look who's here to visit you if it isn't Jackie.
Hi, Mikey.
Hi, Jackie.
Huh,
I never thought I'd see you again.
either did I. Hmm.
Well, I really thought about you a lot.
I thought about you too when I was away with my folks.
We used to have so much fun going down to the grocery store and stealing stuff. Um, we never got caught.
You two don't mind me. I'm just here in the corner. Go ahead, carry out your business.
Okay, Mom.
I still shoplift, Mikey.
You too? Me too. See this watch?
Oh, wow. And this necklace?
See this teeth? Stolen off an old guy on the street.
Remember Mickey's story? Just the last one. So you don't necessarily have to do it now, but just remember it, because that gives her entry into the scene.
Wow. Wow. I have to say that's great ingenuity to
Yeah.
like feel teeth.
Right. And Dad, we always used to find out about it and discipline us. Mom, you never really did discipline us back then. Now that Dad's gone, maybe you should.
Oh, you were so cute back then.
I could,
Mikey's still cute.
thanks, Jackie. But see, that's why I could get away with anything with Mom.
You, Mikey's not going to be around much, though.
Uh,
He's going to be a pharmacist.
hmm Yeah. I'm going on the straight and narrow, I guess.
Find the virtue in that, the pharmacy, Jackie.
I love that. Actually, pharmacies have become one of my favorite spots in which to shoplift.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot of them have, hair care supplies and candy sections and
Yeah.
drugs.
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 Drugs. There's drugs.
Drugs.
I might be able
Keep
to.
repeating that, Mickey.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah, there's drugs. I'll be handling drugs every day.
Drugs.
I might be
Yeah.
able to put some to the side for you, Jackie.
Hey, you always had long fingers, Mikey.
Still got them.
Drugs.
Drugs. Yeah, drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs are good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Don't forget about drugs.
Drugs. Drugs.
Where is my date? Dave? There you are, you big strong man. Thanks for asking me out on this date.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it all day. I'm sorry I was late.
Your profile said you were married once, but your wife died? Is that right?
It's hard to talk about.
Oh, I could see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it must be really hard for you.
Yeah, the whole subject is tough to visit.
Yeah, I've never been through anything like that myself. I've never been married. Not once. Not twice, even.
Yeah. Okay. Well, enough about the past, right? We don't want to talk about the past.
Well, yeah. If you want to talk about your dead wife, though, I'm cool with it. I mean, I understand it's still probably fresh in your mind.
Yeah,
Read
it's
Dave's face. Read his face right now, Michael.
You look like you're not certain though about that. It's okay.
it's hard to come to terms with, really. It gets confusing even as I think about it.
Confusing, is it? Yeah.
One of the most confusing things I've uh, ever thought about.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Ask him about his mother, Dave.
So, are you going to be the baker like your mom wanted?
Mom, yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's she's a great mom. She means the best, but all she could talk about lately is drugs. I'm worried about her.
Really? What kind of drugs?
Just all kinds. I think she's pushing me to be a pharmacist because she, I don't know, likes drugs. Did your dead wife like drugs?
I don't think she did. Really, we didn't have much drugs in our life.
That's,
Can I be honest with you?
yeah, please be honest with me.
We never had any drugs in our life.
None?
No, not one Not one thing. She didn't even take an aspirin.
Did she die because she didn't take drugs? Is that what it was?
Yes. Yeah. I remember the doctor said to her, if you would just take an aspirin, you can live. And she said,
Right.
no,
That's
I can't take any drugs.
that's tragic, really. It's tragic.
Keep piling it on, Dave.
That's really, yeah.
Terrible.
They even said to her, if you just eat a puff pastry, that would probably help. She said, no, I can't do puff pastry either. She was a very determined woman, my dead wife.
Another example.
They said to her, if you walk the dog, that would probably give you enough fresh air and exercise that you could live. She said, no, I do not walk dogs.
You don't walk the dog?
I don't take aspirins. I don't walk dogs. I don't eat puff pastry.
It doesn't sound like a very nice person.
She was very nice. She just didn't take good care of herself. Who doesn't eat pastries?
Nobody.
Right. Who has a dog and doesn't walk them until they die?
Nobody.
Terrible. Well, there was one, but now there's none.
None what?
There was one who didn't do that.
Oh,
My dead wife.
your dead wife. Right.
Dead wife. Yeah, she wouldn't
Very
take
tragic.
the aspirin. That's why she died.
I'm so sorry. It's very tragic.
It's hard to talk about. Although it gets easier. You listen well.
Well, you're talking. You're talking. It's good. We'll talk some more.
I have other stories to tell you about my dead wife.
I'd love to hear. I'd really love to hear about your dead wife more.
I'd like to share them with you.
That's the end of that set, ladies and gentlemen. And now, through the magic of cued music, we're going to go in a whole nother direction. WRST, worst jazz station in America. I'm the real deal, Johnny Bodini, and I'm be your host all through the night, playing bits of things that, well, tonight, to make you happy, to make you feel good, because there's not a lot to feel good about out there right now. People locked inside, people out of work, people waiting for some relief. But they're feeling good in New York right now. They did the right thing for a while. Now, Mr. Cuomo is, he's having to pay a price for mismanagement. But he just wanted everyone to feel good. Sometimes it's more important to feel good instead of confronting reality. Let's listen to a little bit more of Feeling Good.
Saying is that feeling good, even if you have nothing good to feel about, that's the way I like to do it. How about you, Irv?
Sure, man. I mean, feeling good when you've got a lot to feel good about is easy. Feeling good when you have nothing to feel good about, that takes talent.
And that's my specialty, because, I mean, I am just here in this shelter, but, and, I got you beside me, which, you're nice company, but you don't smell too good. And, but still, I'm feeling good about it because I'm not outside.
Yeah, it's good. I see that you're focused on what could be worse, but it isn't.
Right.
Break open outside. What does outside mean?
Out there, out in the street, out in real life,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard. I used to be out there. It's hard out there.
I know. And in here, we got a ceiling. We got a ceiling. Got someone to lean on when I want to sleep, and you are pretty comfortable. And but I've always felt outside of everything. I mean, in school, I was the outsider, never fit in.
Yeah, that still hurts. I can see that still hurts. I can see that still hurts. Why do they do that? Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. And a funny thing is, feeling like an outsider is how you ended up inside.
Wow, yes. Sometimes paradox is all you have.
Paradox. Man, where would we be without paradox?
And paradox is so close to paradise. Wow.
That's heavy, man.
This is the paradox of paradise.
The paradise of paradox.
Wow, paradox dice. Everything that rises must converge.
You can roll a paradise, and it would be a paradox.
Snake eyes, man, or a lucky.
Some people think that they can talk themselves into happiness. But talking yourself into happiness, that's just begging for a squirt of dopamine in your brain so you can feel good for a moment. It never lasts.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I had a squirt of dopamine.
But tell us what you think he's trying to tell you.
Look like you think there's something deeper than that immediate hit.
And let's create a space that's known as something deeper.
Yeah. That's why I created this ashram. So that
Manifest ashram, Jackie.
So that
That's something that shows us we're in an ashram.
So that folks would have an opportunity to drop deeper.
And say who Jim is in relationship to you, and he's somebody, you have a relationship that wants to be deeper.
I am grateful to you for bringing me here. I'm still getting used to this barefoot stuff, but yeah,
Give him a Swami name.
Followed you here, Swami Reed. Swami Reed.
You can just call me Swami.
Swami.
Swami's fine.
Swami River.
Keep on piling on Swami things.
Swami Salami. Swimming Swami.
I've heard them all.
Voting for the Swami. actually.
You left out Swami pajamas. Say it if you want.
Swami pajamas.
Yeah.
Keep that laugh going, Jackie, until it's embarrassing. Keep that laugh going.
Oh, somebody called you Swami. Somebody called you Swami pajamas.
Yes.
Keep going. Keep laughing.
Oh, I thought Swami Salami was funny. Swimming, Swami. Swami pajamas, that's just silly.
Yeah. So.
The barefoot thing, like, did it take a while to get used to being barefoot in the ashram?
Keep your so going, Jim.
So.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind the jokes, I don't mind the Swami pajamas and
Swami pajamas.
yeah, that's fine. It's totally fine. Because when we laugh, God laughs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We resonate with the universe itself when we chuckle, when we chortle, when we guffaw. Yeah.
Swami Pajami, I'm not sure I've ever seen you actually laugh. You have no interest in God laughing. When I do it.
I don't think you're ready to question the guru just yet, daughter. Just keep laughing, and we'll talk again.
Okay. Swami Salami.
That's good. Come up with a new one then.
A lot of times the ideal, the fantasy, is way better than the reality. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to, sometimes it's even hard to hear you when you're.
Hey, sometimes I got nothing to say, I mean, what you're saying is totally true. And I can see that you just, you're just accepting it. You don't have to like it, but you accept it. I get
And that's this location, the place that you don't have to like, but you accept.
Yeah, jail is like that.
Manifest jail, Josh. Touch something that shows we're in jail.
Yeah. Hardly see out the damn window, can you?
You got a window?
Yeah, if you want to call it that. No way. Oh, you got the one without the window. No wonder you're miserable.
Yeah. You're always the lucky one. You always get things that no one else does.
Man, listen, I'm what they call a model prisoner. I'm a model prisoner.
You're a kiss ass is what you are.
Yeah, now listen, that's a major important skill in here, let me tell you. You better start kissing. Yeah, you can start by kissing my ass, maybe. You don't like the idea.
No, I'm not. I mean, I just don't want to compromise my integrity. But you have to survive. It's like they say, if you want to make God laugh, tell him what your plans are.
Yeah, God's been doing a lot of laughing at us folk. Yeah, I think he's not short on laughs. I think it's all a big joke with him. I'll tell you.
I just wish I could feel better about stuff. It's just this is not where I thought I'd end up
Hey, man, you
with
can.
you.
You can. You can feel better. You just got to think about what could be worse, and it ain't. Hey, it works. I'm just saying it works.
Kissing your ass might not be that fun, but I did get some fentanyl lollipops smuggled in.
Hmm. Yeah, all right. Maybe I'll kiss your ass for one of those.
That's right.
Fentanyl lollipops. You wonder what is to be happy about. So it's a condition that you want to go to, but sometimes you're getting away from it all, isolating yourself, becoming a voluntary prisoner, whether it's in a shelter or whether it's in a jail, or whether it's just in a relationship that should be disciple and guru, but your gurus are being laughed at, being made the joke, the cosmic joke, because where else you gonna find happiness unless you bring somebody else down just a notch or two? I think that's how it's measured out in this world.
We must liberate ourselves. We are meant to be our own guru. There's an inner guru, not just an inner child, but an inner guru.
Wow. Swami, how I love you, my dear old Swami. And my feet don't hurt as much here as they did in the shelter. This ashram is a copacetic place, man. It's egregious.
Okay.
I love it here, Swami. You're my man.
All right, my son. Listen, it's fine to experience joy, but just don't attach to it. Otherwise, it becomes your prison.
Man, if joy's my prison, let me at her.
No, you don't understand. We're not doing the profane sex thing. I know you came up with that. All humans go through that stage, but we have to transcend that.
That's the best kind. That's the best kind.
No.
What are we going to do? Sacred sex?
Yes. You've got the terminology. We need to move into a sacred sex aspect or stage of your life so that you're no longer pursuing the thing just to get the thing. You're pursuing the thing in order to experience pursuit. And let that be enough.
What the hell does that mean?
Please.
I don't understand. I don't want to. I just want to pursue. I don't want to experience. I don't want to gobbledygook. I just want it.
Yeah. If you just want it and you chase it in order to get it, you might as well go back to the shelter and be safe there, because they'll give you what you need. They'll give you all.
They didn't give me that there. I mean, all they got me was a shoulder to lean on, and that was it, and a ceiling. But
let me level with you. Everything that you seek, you are already. Whether you're in a shelter, a prison, an ashram, or a household, you have it already.
So if I seek sex, I already have it?
Indeed.
Doesn't seem to work for me. I just got to seek it. Maybe I'll get it.
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. Enjoy the journey.
thing I learned when I was in prison is body is a temple. Everything you put into it is sacred.
Wow, I learned that too. That's why I think cooking Indian food just just is sacred stuff for us to put in, I think.
You know, having a barbecue at the park, you should bring some little curry rubs and all of that for everyone. It's really heightened the what do you call that, the status. You know, you brought it up from just a bunch of guys drinking beer to like a spiritual experience.
Yeah, well, that's what the halfway house is for. When you've got your freedom, you need to elevate the spirit and also learn a few work skills.
We're learning all kinds of work skills, drinking beer and barbecuing ribs. There's all kinds of jobs like that around. So we're glad that you're here because we're gonna add some of that Indian spices. The what you have, the curry and the cumin and all of those different colored kind of things you got out there. We're gonna put them in. We're gonna put them into our rub and then open our own barbecue shop.
I have to say, you look really serious about it. I'm not seeing the joy.
What I found is that joy, the pursuit of joy, is another type of prison. It's a prison, locks you inside, always pursuing that something. And so I've learned to not pursue that joy and just be who I am.
Oh my God! Do you know Swami Pajami? did you meet
He owes me money. You know where he's at? Look pretty happy.
Making God laugh right now.
Really?
Yeah.
You got me. You got me. You made me smile.
My son, it is me. Yes, indeed, it is me, God. Son, I cannot hear you. Please speak a little louder.
I was just saying, I was wondering when you would show up.
Well, you were right when you said when you were in the slammer that I was laughing at you.
I figured. Look, I saw first I was an executive. Then I got thrown out. I ended up in the shelter with some creepy guy. Then I ended up in prison. I got out, and where did I end up in prison? And like, you control all this stuff, right? I probably can't say bad words in front of you, right? So you control all this shit. I'm sorry, right?
Keep making that mistake, Josh.
You did this to me.
My son, I have given men, including yourself, free will. You have no one to blame but your own fucking self. And yes, I swear too. It's fine.
Free will. Ha! I pulled myself up by my own bootstraps. You look so smug just because you run everything. Things are screwed up down here. And you have no right to just be so smug about it.
I just
fucked up. You fucked things up. You really did, man.
My son, I just set the game board up, and the players play as they may. I just watch from that point on. And look inside of yourself, my son. You'll find the answers you need.
I found the answers.
Everybody says Look inside. Look inside. Happiness isn't outside. Happiness is inside. Happiness is health. Happiness is wealth. Happiness is your connection to a higher power. But what if that higher power isn't happy either? What if that higher power looks at his creation as a total failure? What if that higher power ain't so high?
Hey, you found me.
I need to say anything or just no?
Come work for me?
Uh, you owe me money. You want me to come and work for you?
Yeah, I'll pay you real good, but I could use the help in the kitchen.
I could use the work, man.
Yeah. I put your money to good use. All right? I just have this tautology going. Just keep talking in circles, and these people. Welcome.
Oh,
Thank,
Swami.
Hi, River.
thank you for coming to this. Thank you for coming to this Dharma talk. Just as an aside, I am now announcing my new moniker. It's going to be the Kangaroo Guru. You can start to work that in if you want. So.
Listen, I'm just here for the snacks. I hear you got a great new chef who makes guru ragu.
Yeah. Well, this is a Dharma talk, so Mickey, I think you've got something.
So
Chocolate-covered
you're wearing.
strawberries.
Chuck, let's see. Pass that around. That looks delicious.
Yeah, do you have any Dharma pajamas?
Yeah, let's see if we can keep the discussion along the spiritual lines. If anybody has a spiritual question.
Everybody,
His wife was a nuclear scientist.
everybody talk.
Well, but how about
Yeah, I'm
oh, mommy,
not
padni,
sure
sadni, honey,
what
kind
Dharma
of
means.
Time out.
Like define Dharma.
There's a banana in my hand.
Sounds like Dharma is probably money. Pay me back, and then I just have to find myself. I could use a payment on that.
All right, those are our sets. I hope you've been enlightened about happiness. Thank you very much, anyone who found the time to come out and spend some time and play with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Bless you, for you have sinned.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for spending time with us tonight at the Follies. I appreciate everyone that's played here in this last set, and thanks for hanging on with our little technical glitch before. Next week, same time, same day of the week, we're going to have another hour with Jeff Michalski's show shop, and Michael Gelman has been teaching a class for the last 4 weeks, so we're going to have an hour Michael Gelman show. And my troupe called Sonic Boom Boom is going to do a form that I created called the Photogravure. So just come on out and see us, and we're going to have a good time. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you, Mickey.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.